message is for the girls that think that you have to look like everyone else and that you have to be like everyone else, like you have to fit a certain aesthetic, or you have to um that you have to not be yourself in order to be beautiful. Like whatever imperfections you may have on any given day, they're your imperfections. You're special. And I mean, a good example is Tyra Banks. If she didn't have like the forehead thing going on, she wouldn't even be a supermodel. There would be nothing that, that would make her stand out from the other 6 feet tall, beautiful supermodel women. Yeah, so if you can be fancy on your worst day, then I mean, that should do wonders for your self confidence. Now, this is not super serious, but it kind of is when you really think about the importance of self confidence and when you really think about the importance of being your authentic self, like your natural self, and being okay with that, regardless of how much makeup you wear, how much weave you wear, um, like the waist trainers and the body shapers and the acrylic nails and the whatever it is. Like there's always things that are not real that certain people take advantage of, and it's to the point where you don't even know what some people like. You don't know like what's real and what's not. It kind of reminds me of that old movie, the Stepford Wives, when like all of the women were like robots and they were like perfect, and it was super super freaky and really weird and creepy. Super weird and freaky and super weird and creepy. That's how I feel. Because, here in Atlanta, like, you don't even know, like, if bodies are real. Like, I know that sounds kind of dramatic, but it's true. Like, with the whole BBL thing, like, everyone has the same body. Like, how can everyone have the same body? How is that possible? Oh my gosh. And then with the wigs, all of those wigs look the same. Like, how can everyone's hair look the same? Am I the only one that thinks that something's weird about this? Like, 1,000, 2,000 women in the same city with the exact same hair? Like hair, like your natural hair that grows out of your head. No one should have your same hair. Like, this is getting a little bit creepy. Like, do you guys realize what's going on? Like, our bodies are being mass produced like robots. People with the same shaped bodies, the same hair, the same nails, the same. Oh, and then the work on the face. The work on the face. Like the same cheeks, the same, you know, supposedly perfect shaped face. The same. What in the world? And then with the skin bleaching. That's, I mean, people, do the skin bleaching, but it's going to get to the point where everyone's going to be the same shade of light skin black. The same shade of light skin black. This is a pattern, and it is creepy. Come on, fancy girls, wake up. You got to be naturally fancy. Naturally fancy is the key. There's only one you in this entire world. You were created to look like you. Like, we literally have so many women walking around looking like a robot. An actual, like, robot. Like, a robot that has, like, manufactured body parts, fake hair, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fake skin color, fake facial features. Like, this is getting creepy. Now, I'm not saying, you can't ever have acrylic nails or you can't ever wear a wig or whatever. But if that's all you're doing, like, no one even knows what your hair looks like. No, you don't even know what your hair even looks like, because when you go get your hair done, they just braid your hair down like it's like nothing and just put stuff all on top, and basically like you're a Build-A-Bear. Like, there's like Build-A-Bear women out here. Like, this is getting to the point where you're looking at someone and you're like, what do they really look like? Is this like the real them? But see, this is the thing. There's a look now, so that when you look at a lot of people, you know it's not the real them because they look like the last 20 girls that you just saw. It's to the point where it's like, are you fake? Now, if you're fake on the outside, chances are you're fake on the inside. And that is even more disturbing. To be fake on the inside. Like, and then it gets to the point where, okay, you don't look like yourself. Do you think like yourself? Like, how deep does this rabbit hole go? I think it gets really deep, because what you're activating here is a form of self-rejection, to where when you look in the mirror and when you see yourself, you're like, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. So, you know how I tell the story of when I was wearing like this really long hair piece, weave, whatever it was back then, all the way down my back when I went on my first date with my husband. And I was like so adamant about like just letting him know like this is not my hair, because I wanted someone to like me for me, especially, if it's a long-term serious situation. You want the person to love you and be attracted to you, like the true natural fancy you. And that brings a certain amount of self-confidence when you know that the person that you are, living this long life with, that person truly thinks that you're beautiful. You only have to have one person to think that. That's not that hard. There's like so many people on this earth, like it's not that hard for one person to think that the natural you is beautiful. And people are like looking for all types of validation from people who don't even matter. Like, your loved ones matter, but other than that, like, you matter, right? In terms of the way you look, you want to look, your best. I get it. But you don't have to wear fake things to look your best. And that's, kind of what this whole fancy sphere community is about. Like, you can be naturally fancy, authentically fancy, like really fancy, with accessories, with makeup, with cute outfits, with really neat hairstyles, all types of things. But things that, you can play around with that are not permanent, like permanently changing and altering your body, like permanently changing your face to where if you have a child, people are wondering why that child looks like that, because people don't even know what you look like. But when you cross the line to where the people around you don't even know like what you look like, I think that's when you're like taking it too far. And it's almost like you are turning your back on your family, your ancestors, the Most High Himself who created you. The things that make you special are just that. They make you special. And the way you portray yourself on the outside, it really does, it shows how you feel about yourself on the inside. So you have to do that work. You have to do that internal work. And you have to get to the point where you are happy with the way you look. On a good day, on a bad day. Well, even a bad day is a good day when you've done the work. Like, we've seen so many examples lately of like celebrities that have had all of this external work done, and now they don't look like themselves. They're out here looking crazy. They're looking worse than a alien, like little Kim. Like, oh my gosh. She was a beautiful woman. There was nothing wrong with her at all. But obviously, she wasn't good enough for herself. And that's the problem. That's the situation that, you know, that a lot of people are finding themselves in. Like, she looks absolutely, she doesn't even look human at this point. And that is the trajectory that a lot of people are heading towards. And it has to stop. Even the natural movement, the natural hair movement, is the protective style movement. All of the work that is being done with growing your hair, your natural hair, all the way down to the waist, you're covering it up with a fake wig. So what's the point? It's almost like right now society is rejecting everything natural. And it has to stop. So who's with me? All right, now, Fancy Sphere. All right. Who's with me? Let's start a real illusion. Not a revolution, a real illusion. Let's just keep it real out here. I'm going to keep it real out here in these Atlanta streets. And you guys just keep it real. Just be you. It's okay. All right, now, my fancy fabulous friends. I got that off my chest. I feel better now. Thank you. Guys, you go and have a wonderful day. I'm just out here having a fancy girl summer. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you like to work from home, go to panageinc.com. And check us out on Fancy Fit Fridays, live on this channel at 8 p.m. Bye.